Well, hello again. In this video, I've got a little bit of news on the update for Railmaster. And what it was is that it's been out 3 years in September for the last update. And we've had a lot more decoders, a lot more trains, or whole trains put into the system, or should be put in the system. But there's something else that's happening at the moment, which I am privileged for. Now, I did write to them a couple of days ago. One thing is when I write to Railmaster, the response is virtually sometimes in hours, where some people can take a week before they get a response, but I get responses within hours usually. But anyway, what I did, I wrote to them and said, look, it's been 3 years since we had the last update. A lot of Railmaster people are getting a bit upset why we've got no updates. Because some people have got these new decoders and they won't, they're not recognised in here. Now, what I've had a reply back from them is yesterday. I did this video yesterday. I've had to delete it again to start again. And what I've got here is that, well, Brian, we are working on it. There is hardware to go with it, which we'll be sending to you to evaluate, which will need thorough testing. I am going to be testing this new software and hardware for Railmaster. So until I get that, and until it's been evaluated and it's okay, I don't think we'll get the update as we want. But it's in the pipeline. I've been waiting now basically nearly 12 months for this stuff to come. But it's the manufacturing of the stuff and then also the hardware and making sure that one works with the other, I do not know. But that is the thing with it at the moment. So just keep note. I will keep you informed when I get the stuff. I can't show you what it is because until I've evaluated it and Railmaster have okayed it, I can't do. I'll do a video, but I can't send you the video or let you have the video until they release it publicly. So that is what's going on with that. Now, we have now the new HM7000 decoders. I've got 8 done. I know people who've got 50, 60 done. No problems whatsoever. And other people are having nightmares with it. Now, if you go onto Facebook and type in Hornby HM7000 and Railmaster users group, you go on that and it makes you cry. The amount of people on there that are having problems with these decoders. Now, one thing you have to remember is like the Railmaster. The only trains in Railmaster are Hornby trains. Any other trains do not exist. Now that's the thing what we've got now with the HM7000 decoders is that to do them you put them on an iPad or a phone. Now if you want to use these HM6000s with a dongle, or the dongle that they now put out for the 7000 as well, you need an ExpressNet connection at the back of your controller. Now if you've got an Elite you can do it, if you've got a Select you can do it, if you've got an E-Link you can't do it. It's as easy as that. Now a couple of people who've had problems, they've rang me up about them. Now I can do anything on this. I've done this for 10 years. I can set up programs, I can set up track plans, I can set up points, I can set up signals, I set up programs and trains. I can do all this, check all the fault finding. That with some people what they'll get is this little green tape here doesn't come on. And what it is you've got to make sure that the computer is talking to your controller. So this is something that's I've done quite regularly. Now I did notice at the weekend that this little one here, which is the internet one, didn't come on. Now I do have problems sometimes up here with that particular thing, but I thought, oh, and now I've got 2 Railmasters. I've got here and I've got one downstairs in the office, which I do all my testing. I set up my trains, I set up everything on there, and then bring them up here and put them straight on track. I went downstairs and that wasn't on either. Now I've had this before and I know what it is. It means that the servers are down. If you go to your guide and then look on the first bit or down at the bottom for the setup, which is a Railmaster setup EXE one, click on that, and if it doesn't let you do it, you know that it's a server, because that is controlled, same as that one there. As it happened, this was on the weekend, and it's all back again now, it's all there working. So that's just thinking, it doesn't make any difference to Railmaster. You've got, as long as you've got that green one on, that's all that matters. All that is for connection. If they're bringing up a new update and they let you inform you there's an update available for you. So don't worry about it, but that is why that is not sometimes working. Right. Now, another chap, while we talk about these decoders, he couldn't get it working. He couldn't get anything work on that really. So what he did, I had two of them done now. What they did, they sent me the decoder. I set it up by my test bed and then put it into either a steam train or a diesel train, and I run it round the layout and set it all up. The only problem with it is, with the HM7000, you put them on a phone or an iPad and that's where it stays. Now what happens is, because I set it up on my iPad, the Bluetooth doesn't work, only the HM7000. The DCC works. But he only wanted to work on the Railmaster. He didn't want to work at the HM7000, the Bluetooth one, sorry, the Bluetooth. I'm getting mixed up here. So I set it up for him, putting him back, and they're working quite correctly. So this is the thing with it. Another thing is with the when you put them up on the app or whatever it might be, if it's a 4-digit figure, when you put it on here, you can't do it. Now, I've done a video previously to show you how to do that. You switch it to DCC, you click for the readings on the track program unit, go to number 1, double click it, and what you then get is a little box come up and you can put the 4 digits in. That then will then do it onto your train set. So that's what it is. Right. Oh, that's not all that lot. Now then, as you know, I do a lot of programming. And most of my locos have got programs to run them one way or another. So I've just turned some lights on. That's it. Put these little ones on here for a second. Which is the police box and one thing or another I've got going. Right. So all my trains, or 90% of my trains, have all got programs how to run them. A lot of the times I don't run them on the programs, I just run them as they are, as most people do. But there again, you can then advance from the programs to scheduling. So we can then just sit round and watch all your trains do the things that you've already programmed for them. You don't have to keep going to the computer and looking at them. You can run them as you want them. So what I've done here, I've now got 5 programs. There's this one, which is the Westerner. Then there's the Class 24. There's the Class 158, which will come out, go to just side the crossing. When that's done that, this 1P will come out of there, come round to this side of the station, stop, then go back again, and when that's done that, the 158, which has been sitting here, will go back into its little home there. So that is what I'm going to show you. Now then, as I said, with these programs, you've got to make sure that when you do the program, the train stops exactly where it should do every time. Otherwise, what can happen, such as on here, if this were overrun to here, when that one was going to come out of there, it'll hit that one. So they have to stop at exactly the same place every time. And I know where mine are, when they stop, when they start, I've got them all done. I've done this for 10 years, so it's new. It isn't new to me, it's great. So what we've got is we've got all the programs now. As I said before, what we've got here is in here are all my programs. Loads and loads and loads and loads of them. If you've got ordinary Railmaster, that's the only way you can do your programs. But with the Pro, these little trains are all programs. The little speaker ones here, those are programs, but they are built through a train announcement station generator, which I have on my system. If I just come down here for a second, which is this thing here, down here. And every station in the country is in that. It's 20 quid. It's brilliant. It's pip and bean. That's who you get it from. If anybody wants the information on that, just give me an email and I'll give it to you. Right. So all my programs are set. So what you've got to do then is, if I actually go down to here and click on this thing here, these are all the 5 programs. So what you've got here, you've got the first one. What happens is when you click it, the green tick comes in like this, right? Then you run that one. Then what happens is when it gets down here and gets into a certain point, you then time it down. So what I've got here is the first train is 11 o'clock and it finishes at 11:02:20. So I've then put the next train in at 11:02:25 and that finishes at 11:05:42. The next one is that one, then that one and that one. And now you've got to do is you've got to run that one, put it in, build that one in, which is quite easy to do. So all you do with that one is click that one there, that'll come up like that. You run them 2. And when you get the end of the time of that one, which is that, you then add the next one in. So you've got to do 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a little bit of timing to do it, but it does actually work. So what I'm going to do now is, I've got to be careful on this. If I click this, click this, click this, if I now click this, what I've got now is that here, if I now go to here, there's a little clock, and what I'll do is do this, and it's set it to 10:59:55. Now what will actually happen is that at 11 o'clock, there we are, we're now starting the run. There's the driver got in, he's put the lights on. Starts up. See, I can move away from the computer because everything just sit here, I just sit here and watch it. Back cab comes on, somebody's gone in there, sitting there. It's gone off. Now what will actually happen now is this one will start off. There we go. And so this is one particular program. This one's got an 877,000 decoder into it, as that. Here it comes. Let's just stop here somewhere. Here it comes. One thing in doing programs, some of these locos will behave themselves, look, and some of them won't. So you have to be very careful doing programming, that once you've done it, I've spent hours sometimes trying to get one run properly, and I give up because I know that it won't work properly. I just go into the normal train then. Shift down, you get the back cab go off, then the front cab, then the driver gets out. The driver gets in that one. There it is. Cab lights are on. And lights go on. That is one of the train announcements that I've got built in the system. This that he's talking about is a Tele line, which used to be the line that I used to look after. I was a lineman there, a Southern Telegraph lineman, which runs through Alton Towers. So what usually time when summer was on, I was in Alton Towers and not doing any work. That is now a heritage site. It's a heritage railway. Basically it runs at weekends. And we had one of these sitting there at one time. I think it's gone somewhere. I think it's up to north somewhere now. So it does that. The lights go out. There it goes. The only trouble I've got with some of these 810,000s, is the locos that are in don't fit to the sound. But it's a sound as far as I'm concerned. It's as close as I can get it. So this one's a 52. The closest I can get is a 50. So I think it's got the 50 sound file on that one. And I think this is a 31, I can't remember. There you go.
The next train to arrive on platform 2 terminates here. All change please on platform 2.
The lights will go out and the driver will get out of the cab. Does that. Now these points will change. There we go. This one will start up. And it'll go to just over the crossing. That's it. Lights will go out and the sound will go off. There we go. Now what will actually happen now is this one will start up. That's it. Points will change, which is this down here. It'll now come out, come round here. Now the end of this coach here will stop there. Yeah. It'll now go back again. There it goes. Points will change. This one will now start up. Of course it's red because it's sitting that way, so it'll beep and then these will change to white, which is going to, because it's going to come this way. There we go. See? Exactly what it should be. That's it. Point to change back again. If I bring this back up here again for a minute. Now the one thing I must remember to do now is to go down here, go to here and click all these off. Because if you don't, what will happen is if you've gone to your railway at just before 11 o'clock and then gone downstairs to make a cuppa, something like that, what will actually happen is this lot will kick off. So I'm saying is this would have kicked off if it had been up here normally without having to switch those over. So they're all done now. So they're all back again now. Now then, just while I'm on a particular subject on these programmings, right, double heading. I've got a double header there, 268s there. They've been set up exactly to run exactly the same. They're done with a speedometer. I've got a speedometer, so it sits here, the train goes past, I measure that particular train at a certain speed which I've set in Railmaster, and then the other one I do the same again, so that they're totally matched. Because although they're exactly the same train, they do operate slightly different in speed. So what we've got there is, if I go to this one here, click on here, these are all my trains in here, of course. This is the direct rail and the ScotRail, and as you notice, they've got that, which is forward. Now if you've got normal Railmaster, you can only do one way or another. Same as that one there, so they both trains are both facing each other that way. But with this system, you can actually change this round. So if I go to this one here and do that, and then go to here, sorry, there, what it's done now is made one go forward, one go backwards. So you can actually have one that there and one that way. So you can have them back to back. But as it happens, I'm having to do it this way around. So that's how them, just do this. Now as it happens, this one, and what you get that little green thing under the trains there. I've actually got a program here. I'll show you the first part of it, because time's going on. And this is it here. So click this now. That set of points go. This set of points go. The train lights will come on, which you can't see from here, but they are actually coming on. Then the trains, both trains will actually come out together. These have got the Hornby big magnet on them. You really need a bar between them because these 68s are terrible for connecting together. They droop the actual links to. So I'll just bring them into here and then I'll stop it for now. I'm not going to send it back. There we go. That's it, done. What I'm going to do now is turn that off now because I don't want that. I'll turn the light off for now. As you see, they both say reverse. Now all I've got to do now is go forward, like this. Click this. And they both come out. You see that little link, it's terrible. It's the worst. The trains themselves are gorgeous, but that linkage is, they hang down. So if you put normal couplers on, what happens is they'll catch in there, in these V's. And that's going back around there, into there. Well, done. And the point will change. Change. I haven't done it, but that's a lockdown. But that is how they all work. Right. So, if anybody wants me at any time, or wants me to set up one of these decoders for them, get in contact with me. My number is 01782 302194. My email address is there as well, and just below here, in the comments, the top of the comment or near the top of the comment, there's a little one there. It usually comes up in blue. It's a donation one. So if you click on that, if you wish to connect to and donate to the channel, which will help me with the railway, please do so. Anything, whatever it is, £1 or what it might be, is gratefully received. It keeps me running. I'm a pensioner. I don't get much. My mortgage is out the roof at the moment, and until that drops, I can't buy any more locos, which is infuriating me at the moment. But there it is. So anyway, all the best to everybody, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.